Good morning everyone, I'm back to do your bonus read for Tuesday the 11th of December. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're one of my loyal followers from at least 3 to 4 months ago, thank you for staying with me and believing in me. It means a lot to me. I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot for this reading. And hoping you get a really good reading. The What's Cracking reading was so beautiful this morning. I felt like having a good cry. It really was nice. Oops, something's jumping. Page of Wands is jumping out there. He came out in the What's Cracking reading too. So I thought that was quite interesting. Okay, let's see what's happening for the bonus read. Okay, what's going on? Oh my goodness. How many times does this happen? Can you believe it? I mean, seriously, it's the Five of Wands, which was the very card that came out in the other deck for the other reading. What are the chances? Okay, they are, you know, I can't remember how many cards in a pack, but it's a lot. It's a real lot. So, okay, so we have the Five of Wands again. So there must be a lot of people at the moment going through internal conflict. I feel this is more internal than external after doing the last reading. This is often about how, you know, you need to do things, but you're fighting them or you're unsure how to move forward on this. I can't explain it any other way. It's that whole thing in your head where you think, I need to do this and I don't want to, but I have to because of this, but I don't want to, but I have to. That's internal conflict. Things that go against your very nature. Very, very interesting that it would come out again. Okay. We have the Ten of Cups here, which is a nice way to start. This talks about joy, happiness, families, having all your cups in a row. It's a beautiful card. I'm just thinking Jodie from Strength and Wisdom Tarot always talks about the unicorn. It's like having your unicorn. Okay, so first card out we have the Hanged Man. Now this card too came out in the daily read. This talks about taking time out to look at things from a different perspective. I think a lot of people at the moment are really going deep inside to understand how their world looks to them and how it really needs to look. So many of you doing some self-examination here. You know, this is about sort of understanding who you truly are, as opposed to understanding who you were taught to be. So very much a journey here. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords talks about being caught in a bind too. And like the Two of Swords, she has her head in a blindfold, so she can't see her way forward. So this card talks about being unable to go forward because she's scared to move with this blindfold on because she doesn't want to get hurt by the swords. But the thing is, her ropes are loose and her blindfold can be taken off. But she's refusing to do that. So this is about refusing to get out of your head where all these thoughts and issues are all running around because you're scared of what will happen if you discard those thoughts. How will you be who you are if you're not thinking all the time? There's something you need to cut out here. And you're refusing to do it because you don't want to imagine yourself without it. So it's become quite habitual. Maybe that's the way, trying to see your way out of habits. Okay, so I have the Queen of Wands here. Now, the Queen of Wands is a beautiful card. She's a woman who, you know, is in tune with her intuition. She's always ready for change and new start. She's passionate. She's driven. She's a leader. She's attractive. She's passionate. I think this is you at the moment. Okay, and then I have the World. Now, the World talks about lots of things. Talks about closing out cycles of things that don't serve you anymore. It can talk about going on holidays, travelling. It can talk about having the world at your feet. But it talks about closing out cycles that no longer serve you. Okay, and then we have a King of Cups. So this can be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Some of you are reviewing a journey here with someone. This is a man who he's very much in control of his emotions. He's tempered them. He knows how to use them. He can come across as perhaps a little cold sometimes, a little calculating, but the heart's there. He knows what love is. He's just much less likely to be emotional about it. Doesn't mean he doesn't feel the feelings. He just doesn't always know how to express them. Okay, Six of Cups came out in the day read too. So this talks about nostalgia and reminiscing, but it talks about feeling like a child. It talks about being a child. It talks about remembering what it was like to be a child. And you had no worries and no cares. Waiting for Christmas was very exciting when you were a child, I remember. We all loved Christmas and the lead up to Christmas. Okay, and then we have the Seven of Wands. Now the Seven of Wands talks about becoming defensive, fighting for things, feeling like you have to fight for your rights, feeling like you have to fight for what you believe in. But I love that there's new growth on these wands. So what it's saying here is, yes, you're fighting, but look what you've got to look forward to. There's new energy coming in. Okay, and then we have the Chariot. So we have things moving very, very quickly here. This is about finding your power and moving forward. Determination, sheer determination. Resistance and determination. You really are moving forward in a great way here. And the horse is moving here. And they're horses, not sphinxes. I'm going to leave the last card until we finish this reading. I'm going to recap it and then I'll put the last card out. Okay, so what we have here, once again, is we have you being stuck in your head with the same as the other read. So there's obviously a lot of people who are confused at the moment, and I think I said that with that Two of Pentacles keep coming out. There are people trying to understand where their life is going at the moment. Maybe not understanding the way the universe is moving everyone. Anyone who's spiritual is aware of this movement. I don't know what it's like not to be spiritual anymore, so I can't speak for people who say what a load of crap, because I can't understand what it's like for people not being in this beautiful place of just feeling like you're moving forward with the masses. Like, it's just amazing. So this is about, taking a really good understanding what it would feel like to feel like that. This feeling of just having everything together, this being spiritual, having your family there, having love around you. That's what we all want, this Ten of Cups. Now, I feel like for a lot of you, you're actually going inside to understand who you are, why you're here, what this journey's about. Because there's a lot of sort of ego conflict here with this Eight of Swords. It's like, I want to move forward, but I'm scared to do that. I want to move forward, but I don't know how to start. And that is definitely evident in this Five of Wands. Now, I feel like the universe is saying that you need to be more passionate like the Queen of Wands and understand the journey from the Queen of Wands perspective, because there is a need for you to close out cycles here and move forward. This is a returning to who you truly are with the Six of Cups. I feel for some of you, this is about learning how to feel. This King of Cups energy can often be one of where people can't express themselves. This person can be seen as cold and deliberate. And I feel like the energy here is that you need to be more Queen of Wands than you do King of Cups. Like, understand your true feelings and how to move forward with your true feelings. Now, this definitely means down here, this Seven of Wands and the Chariot talks of stopping being, defensive and just moving forward on this. But this need to be defensive is very human. So we're defending ourselves here. But the universe is really encouraging us to move forward here. Now, for others of you, I feel like there could be a return here from a water sign from your past. So if you're waiting on the return of a water sign, it is imminent here. But the universe is saying that even though this is going to happen and it's good timing, you have to still move yourself forward and close out cycles here. It's really important to understand that you need to change yourself before your person returns. Some of you could be waiting for someone to return who wasn't very good at showing their feelings. And of course, being you're this Queen of Wands, you're absolutely 100% comfortable with your passion and your drive. And maybe that was a difficult thing. It could be too that you knew this person as a child. But the universe is really pushing you forward here very quickly and asking you to discard that stuff from the past. This fear, this indecision and fear that you need to discard before moving forward. You can't meet the person who's meant for you until you've discarded this fear and indecision, which is all again about the ego. The universe is very much pushing you forward here. My goodness, there's so many messages here, I can't even get them out. The universe really wants you to move forward here. So you're being given the chance to close out these cycles yourself. You're being given the chance to do that before the universe probably will bring in a tower moment. So it's like, here's the journey. You go on the journey. You do what you need to do with the journey. But if you don't, we're going to step in and do it for you, because there's a drawing of you forward here. There's a push for you to come forward. Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, so the Lovers. So that does change it a little bit for me, because what I'm thinking here is the universe is really, really pushing you forward to meet your twin flame here. This is a twin flame reading. Soulmate card. So what the universe is saying here is you need to change yourself to be able to be ready to meet the person that you're meant to be with. Now, the twin flame can be someone you don't know. It doesn't have to be someone you do know. So while sometimes some people have met their twin flame on their journey, it just didn't work out and they've moved on. Sometimes you don't know who this person is, okay? So what the universe is saying is, in this time of waiting, you need to use it for preparation. You need to prepare. You need to be ready, because you can't meet this person. You can't be brought together until you're ready. So sitting around waiting is not the way to go. Sitting around doing this work is. So very, very good reading again. I feel like I've got another karma. I don't want to put it up as a karma soulmate reading because you won't enjoy the last card if I do that. So we'll call it a surprise. All right, I'll pull out an oracle card. 2 cards came out last time, and that card wanted to come out. So I just want to read both of them to you again, because I feel like we're getting so many messages this morning. So the first card I've got out is Love Heals Fear, which I said to you here, this is about fear of moving forward, fear of change, fear of understanding this journey. I think a lot of people are trying to push back on this journey. It's like their energy is this defensive energy here, where the universe is saying, don't be defensive, move forward here. But people are really pushing against it. They're using the ego. They're trying to work from their ego when they're waiting for people to return or waiting for lovers to come in. You can't be in your ego. You have to still work on yourself here. And it talks about love healing fear, and it says the power of your love can help bullies and angry people to be less afraid. Well, maybe that's you. So that's about healing fear. And the other card that came out is light, and it says, see the light within yourself and everyone else. So again, both cards extremely relevant to this reading. This is about looking at you, sort of working on who you are, making sure that by the time your person comes around that you are back living in your truth and not living in this ego state. 2 very deep readings again this morning. I'm being pushed to do very much self-explanatory, self-exploration readings. So if people aren't enjoying those, I'm really sorry, but this seems to be where the universe wants you to go at the moment. Thanks everyone. Have a wonderful day.